Hey, what is going on, you slimy slow bro? Today, I'm showing off the deck that I am an Arboliever of, and it's probably a deck with Arboliever that you are not familiar with. This is Arboliever Frostlass. Now, I was inspired to try this deck out by a couple people I hit on ladder playing the deck. One was like before NAIC, and one was more recently. I hit them on ladder. I was like, oh, that deck seems cool. Let's come up with a Arboliever Frostlass build. So I don't really know who is the originator of this deck at all, to be honest, but hit a couple people on ladder, decided to come up with my own build of the deck. Before I jump into that, when I break it all down, if y'all ever want any of my deck lists that I post here on the YouTube channel to quickly and easily import over into TCG Live, I made them all available over on, or I made like a hub of them all over on my website, AzulGG. Just click on the deck list tab up at the top, and then they're all over there. Click on the one you're interested in, then just copy the import there, and then import it into TCG Live. So I'm okay with the idea of like if I could make a button to make it so you can like click the button and then copy the text to your clipboard. I'm working on that. I'll try and get that done. I'll see if that's possible. So might have the button there soon. And while you're over there, check out all the official AzulGG merch as well. Now let's break down this Arboliever deck. So Arboliever has always been a very powerful snipe attacker in the Pokemon TCG. It's had its ups and downs, but it's always been very good. The problem with the Arboliever EX, though, is sometimes closing out games. It's a really good initial attacker, try and shut your opponent down, and sometimes you can completely shut them out of games. You go up against a Dragapult, you KO their only Dracloak, and then you KO the next Dracloak and the next Dracloak, and so on and so forth, and they never get to set up Dragapult, or by the time they set up Dragapult, you're so far ahead in the prize exchange, it just doesn't matter what they have. And the most success we think we've seen with Arboliever has been with Teal Mask plus Ogerpon Meganium. Teal Mask and Meganium, because having the Teal Mask Meganium combo gave you a big one-hit KO attacker to go alongside the snipe attacking of the Arboliever. This build, a little bit different than that. We're trying to lean more into the Arboliever and get more out of our Arboliever, and we're doing that with a really thick Frostlass line. 4/4 Freezing Shroud Frostlass in here to build up damage on those ability Pokemon, specifically stuff like Meowth and Pheasantipity, but also Dracloaks as well. And even when we go up against stuff like a Teal Mask Meganium deck, we can get the Teal Masks easily in range to the point where the Oil Salvo of Arboliever would be able to effectively one-hit KO them if they are attacking with them in the active, of course, because Terra Pokemon, so they're protected from us sniping them on the bench. But being able to like effectively one-hit KO stuff like the Meganiums in that matchup as well is a really big deal. And then in my build specifically here, I do have an Ursaluna EX, which opening it is bad for sure. We have a couple air balloons. I don't play any switch cards, and every other thing besides Ursaluna is like a good starter. So we have all that going for us as well. So we're looking to use 2, sometimes even 3 Arboliever in a game, and then sometimes close out games with the Ursaluna EX. I actually don't think I've attacked with the Ursaluna yet. It's kind of just in there for the idea of it right now, but maybe I'll just end up cutting it because it's maybe just not worth it. But yeah, 4/4 Frostlass. We don't play Mega Frostlass because playing Water Energy would be really weird in this deck. One of the builds I did play against on ladder had Legacy Energy? Is that what it's called? Legacy Energy? What is the special energy? Is it called Legacy Energy? For some reason, I don't think it's called Legacy Energy, but it is called Legacy Energy, right? I don't know if they played Mega Frostlass, but that would obviously give you a flexibility, an energy that was flexible to be able to attack with Arboliever and a Mega Frostlass. I'm just sticking with Grass Energy here and going with Secret Box as the A-Spec to try and be more consistent. We don't play any support Pokemon in this deck. I did try a Meowth for a little while, but I found that because of how aggressively we want to set up like triple Frostlass in a ton of matchups, the Meowth kind of backfires pretty aggressively, and probably better for us just to play more ways to find our supporters like Pokegears or the Secret Box. I think including like a Pheasantipity could be okay, as it only comes into play in like the mid-late game, and it's not sitting in there from turn 1 on, and won't accrue as much Frostlass damage to punish us as much as something like the Meowth would. So experimenting with something like a Pheasantipity could be cool. I haven't done that yet, but it is an idea that's worth trying. Besides all that, we do have a Badoo in here, because when we do go second, now you do want to choose first with this deck and try and get turn 2 Arboliever attacking, ideally with a Frostlass or 2. But when we do go second, we do want to slow our opponent down, and that is what... Excuse me, that's what the Badoo is for. So when we go second, we Itchy Pollen. When we go first, we look for turn 2 Arboliever. For the supporters, of course, we have 4 Lily, but I also have 4 Dawn to go with them. And the Dawn is like super high value in this deck because it finds our Arboliever line initially, finds its Frostlass, but then we also want to set up a second Arboliever, so it helps us build up towards that. And then besides that, we still have a ton of Pokemon Search in here, of course. 4 Buddy Poffin, 4 Pokepad, 4 Ultra Ball, and 2 Bug Catching set. 2 Bosses orders. We don't need a boss that often, of course, because we do have the Oil Salvo of the Arboliever, but sometimes there's like a Teal Mask in play that has been accruing Frostlass damage, but of course we can't reach a Teal Mask on the bench because it's a Terra Pokemon with the Oil Salvo, but we could boss up into the active, Oil Salvo, knock it out. That's pretty cool. 3 Pokegear. We do play Bug Catching set, but I am playing the Growing Grass Energy, and these are actually like a pretty big deal. Getting like double Growing Grass Energy on an Arboliever EX like puts us out of range of like a Zoroark one-hit KO. And there was another thing that came up in one of my matches, but I can't remember what it was. Okay, double Growing Grass Energy gets out of range of triple Beedrill. So yeah, double Growing Grass, goes a long way. A single Growing Grass doesn't do quite as much, but I think it's still worth to play these over just more basic energy to kind of synergize with the Bug Catching set for that reason. 4 Force of Vitality, of course, we still have 2 basic energy, 2 Air Balloons for mobility, to get into Ursaluna in the late game, to get to Arboliever in the early game, to get to Badoo in the early game, and then 1 special red card. A little bit of disruption, never hurt anyone, so we have that in here as well. I will have more gameplay up with this deck on the secondary YouTube channel. Go check it out over there at AzulGG2. A link will be in the description. With that said, let's jump into some action, and I'll show y'all why I'm an Arboliever. I mean, I could get Itchy Pollen off the rip, right? I don't have an energy in hand. Shaman does stop Arboliever's attack, yes. If I had an energy in hand, I could check for Dawn first, but because I don't, though, I think I just get rid of these two and get the Dolive, and then go bench pass, and I hope for the best. Okay, this plays out. Probably just gonna get itchy though, right? Oh, maybe not. Well, no, I still could get itchy. More basic grass energy, you get more value out of the... Yeah, but the growing energy, the math on growing energy just seems really good in like a lot of situations. I think we definitely want the growing energies. They seem very high value. Wish I played a Worlds, if not Hydrapple then. Any good deck? I mean, Hydrapple is also like a fine play. Hydrapple falls under the good deck category. I think that deck's just like fine though. It's not what I would never play Hydrapple to Worlds, I don't think. I'd play some other good deck that I thought was a better play. Okay, that's just kind of cringe to retreat to Badoo like that, I'm not gonna lie. You're being a little cringe there, buddy. You're being a little cringe. That is the problem with going first to this deck, is we're gonna get Itchy Pollen, but if we don't go first, then they're gonna get the Draclos before we can start sniping them, which is also bad. Can I make a new deck after this? I could, yeah. Well, Frostlass is gonna do a lot of heavy lifting in this matchup, though, so we got that. Like, I'm gonna play for the evolution here, but if we don't get it, I think that's fine. I think we'll be okay if we don't get it. Wait, what the fuck? Why were they playing their turn the way they were playing it? The way they were sequencing that made me think they'd already played their supporter for turn. I don't know what the fuck just happened over there. I can literally just beat them with triple Frostlass, though. I actually don't want to KO their Badoo here now. At first, I wanted to KO it. Okay, if I just retreat this and save the Dollar for later, that's fine. I throw that at the forest? Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, I got there. Holy smokes. Well, now I kind of want to KO the Badoo. I just don't want to be item locked anymore. There's no way they KO me next turn, right? Well, I say that, but it is technically possible. I don't know, KOing the Badoo is like pretty bad. But being item locked next turn. Well, I have a Dawn. Yeah, maybe I just do this. Yeah, screw it. I'm not gonna KO the Badoo. That's cringe. Gives them a bench space. I can get unfair stamped. They can use Pheasant. It just does so much for them. KOing the Badoo does so much for my opponent there. It just can't be worth it. There's just no way it's worth it. Gotta play around it. If they punch us this turn, we're feeling really good. What are they playing? I don't know. Some kind of Meganium deck, but we don't know. I mean, it's probably Hydrapple, right? Yeah, some kind of Meganium deck. If they just Itchy Pollen again, I might just Dawn. Oh, I actually don't even know what I'd do. They showed a Smoliv earlier? Oh, did they? Like, do I ever just Dawn for my own Itchy Pollen? I'm just going to Itchy Pollen them back, right? Let's go Dawn, get Itchy Pollen. You can play at this game, buddy. Or is that like too slow for no reason? I kind of want to get another snow run. This is weird. Well, it's this for sure. This for sure. I think I'm gonna get a Badoo. I'm gonna get a Badoo. And then set up for the aroma shot here. I mean, they're the ones taking damage from my Frostlass, so I don't know. Set up another last, because it's like because then what am I leaving my Arboliever in the active? That seems pretty bad. Why not KO Meowth and Badoo? I don't want to. I don't want to get unfair stamped and give them Fez and then get or special red carded, or there's like so many things my opponent could do. But Pollen, like, I'm the one who's progressing the board state without any possibility of a pop off from my opponent. I can't. I mean, it's gonna be harder to set up Meganium. It's gonna be harder to set up Arboliever. Like, there's no pop off potential for my opponent right now. Like boss KO something. Is it going to be a Meganium bench? Arboliever is the better play for them here for sure. Arboliever KO my Frostlass is actually kind of annoying. Oh my gosh, they have nothing. Their Itchy Pollen was really annoying though. This has been very obnoxious. It's a nice top deck. Some poke. Okay, Smallest chill. I like this guy. I want the third growing energy here if I'm going to put it anywhere. So I think I'm going to split the energy here. Back to the Itchin. I thought this was the top 4 Venusaur deck at first. No, no Venusaur. I didn't even finish all my food. I thought I ate all my food. Growing energy on Badoo is actually pretty funny. That actually is pretty funny. Beef you do? Yo, Beef Do is back. But he's all natural now. He's all natural. Previously, I mean, once you... Yeah, I don't know what old Beef Do was on, but he was on something for sure. New Beef Do, though? All natural, all natural. Only growing energy. Did you see that Baby Blood Moon did well in juniors at NAIC? I did not know. Imagine fighting Fury Belt in the same format as Badoo. 20 damage? 70 HP? That would be kind of crazy, actually. Appreciate the 40 months there, Sammy. My opponent. Are they going... Dude, are they going back into Badoo? Oh, no. Thank goodness. Yeah, RKO in my Frostlass here. But I also don't think that matters. Oh. No, there's no way that matters. I don't think that matters at all. They can my Frostlass and my Badoo, I guess. But I should still be winning this game. Oh, they have Meganium as well?
Interesting. Okay.
So what's the most mid deck of all time? Whatever deck you choose to play. That's the one. This is a little awkward here, I feel like. It's got free retreat. This is like a little awkward. Not over yet, I wouldn't say. Kind of low on mobility here. I'm gonna boss the Meganium and just put 6 on the cat though. I don't know. Doesn't that work or am I trolling? Boss Meganium, they have to attach to Meganium Retreat. They're going to kill my Frostlass again. Then I go double Frostlass. Or maybe I should put 12 on the cat now, and then I boss next turn. 160 on the cat. No, I want to be able to boss up a Ogre Pawn, right? What if I went attach? I guess I can play the Dawn then, right? Play Dawn, get this, get this. Yeah. I just say boss for next turn. Yeah, okay. In this grass mirror, is it better for the opponent to play the stadium, or should we play it? I mean, just situational.
That's just
Situational. That's because if the opponent plays it, we have 4 useless cards in the deck, and not sure how efficient that is. Well, that's not a reason, no. The reason is how much value can they get out of the stadium next turn is how much value can we get out of the stadium this turn. And how likely do we think they have the stadium next turn as well? Like, if they sell it before a stadium, we may as well just play our stadium. But yeah, situational. Red card. Okay, if they have special red card here, that makes things weird. It also depends on which grass deck they're playing. Maybe a little bit, yeah. Maybe a bit. That is not special red card. They could still have it, I guess. Yeah, whether you should or shouldn't play it it's a factor of like how much value could your opponent get out of it versus you just getting it in play so you have access to it on your next turn. How much value could you potentially get out of it? Like if you're gonna play it for Lily, it's like what is the upside of putting it in play now for you right now versus the downside of, or versus what is the upside your opponent gains from you putting it in play right now? There's a lot of factors, Like, why don't run any hand disruption? It just doesn't seem necessary. Seems irrelevant. Oh my gosh, that was like, what that? Wait, what? How is that their play? Do they not have a better play there? Is that really the best play? I guess what else would they do? I don't know. Maybe it is their best play. Oh my gosh, that is terrible. Wait, do I even guaranteed win? I can put... So I don't even have game for sure, right? Am I trolling? 2 more die. No, but it doesn't die. I just do this, right? I mean, it's basically game, but I couldn't win this turn, right? Unless I'm trolling. I might be trolling. Oh wait, could I have just KO'd the Meganium? Am I trolling? No, I can't. I could just never win. This is fine though. I have 3. There's 3 liabilities on their board with double Frostlass in play, so it sets up game. You think Beedrill has the best ace spec? Or are they all similar? Every deck has a best everything, yes. It's impossible for nothing to not have a best of something. How do you manage to read this chat all day, man? Not that hard. You mind gaming yourself into thinking it was hammers immediately? Well, no, that's literally not how that works. Why are you trying to make it... You know what, Mars? Fuck you. You're trying to make it seem like it's worse than it actually is. Mind gaming myself into thinking it was hammers immediately? Only 80% of Alakazams play Crushing Hammer? What do you mean? Sure, listen, you know what? You're right. You're right, Mars. I shouldn't play around the 80% of Dragon Ball players. I should assume my opponent is in the 20%. I should, off the rip, assume the 20%. We should assume the 20%. Why? Why? Well, let's, you know? All right, I'm locked back in. Damn, he got him. Do I ever want to Ultra Ball away the Snow Runt? No, I think I just have to hope for like a Lily top deck here. Or, actually a Dawn could be fine enough if they give me the stadium. My Azul Rage Bait AI is working. You know what happens when you assume? Well, it's not the same in Pokemon, though. It's not the same in Pokemon. We have to make assumptions. If we want to maximize our win percentage, we have to make assumptions. Assumptions have to be made. Gotta make those assumptions. Fuck, I am one card away from KOing their Bayleaf here. Maybe I should have held the Snow Run. Not getting double Frostlass set up in this matchup is also, like, terrible. So, like... Oh, it's just all bad, man. See, this is why I want to play... This is why I want to play like a cat or something, because like having no outs to play the game off of any of our Pokemon search is like really, really bad. But I think technically this is still winnable. Obviously this does not look great, but what the fuck? I don't know about this guy. Should I play Moltres or LGM in my Dragapult deck? I mean, it depends on like the like. For what? What is the goal here? What are we playing in? What are we playing against? It is technically still winnable. All about Frostlass at this point, though. Oh, did I prize a Snow Run as well? That's so bad.
I pass.
How about the Dunsparce in this deck? You could do like a 1/1, I guess, like for some kind of draw power. That way you could turn Buddy Poffins into Pokepads into some draw power. It's just so low value because like I'm definitely not playing more than a 1/1. Yeah, I'm not playing more than a 1/1. Yeah, I would just be like, I don't know, it's pretty bad. It would like literally just be a 1/1. I could see it though. I actually don't hate the idea of it. All right, Lily. Actually, even a Dawn here, I would go Itchy Paw and get another Frostlass online. Wouldn't be terrible. I kind of want to run. I kind of want to just get Frostlass and run to Badoo anyways here, though. But I gotta save this energy or use it. All right, I am gonna Itchy Pollen here. I think Itchy, then go. I don't know. Let's let the game start playing. Even if it's Fez, there should be some level of draw support on board. Yeah, I wouldn't hate a Fez either. I think with Fez and Dippity as well is like we're not putting in play turn 1 for it to get like fully destroyed by our Frostlass. Like the Meowth. I think the Meowth probably just doesn't work because we want triple Frostlass so often. So the Meowth probably just does not work. Okay. Well, it is still winnable. I feel like I have to KO the Meganium and hope that... I don't know. I think I have to KO the Meganium. I have to, like, somehow buy it. Oh, I don't have the Stadium. Bro, there's no Stadium in play. How is there not a Stadium in play at this point? What are we doing? What is my opponent doing? Fuck. Dude, I just assumed there was a Stadium in play. Oh, man. All right, well, I have to run to this guy. I guess I could have Ultra Ball last turn 4. I just kind of assumed there was a Stadium in play. There's just literally not a Stadium. I don't know what to say. I gotta drop Bayer and add Zoro for draw power? No. Stop. That was literally... I'm not gonna read the rest of your message. I'll add a Fez. We'll add a Fez. I'm okay with a Fez. Yeah, some kind of draw power throw. I mean, like, theoretically, we could play a Meowth as well, but it's just like Meowth is... Our Meowth dies. Yeah, Meowth just dies. Ah, shit. Now they can move all the energy around. This guy heals 30 from itself. Retreat to this thing. What is the win con? No, I can still KO the Meganium, and then they can't KO Arboliever. And then we can still draw the rest of our prize cards after that, I think. So it is actually still winnable, but it's unlikely. Meowth plus Turbo and hope no one notices. Was Literally be looking in the fridge and being like, man, I wish there was nicer food in here? Not very often, no. No, not really. I appreciate the 20 months there, Sims. Actually, do they just have a... No. If they retreat to the Meganium this turn, it's going to be hard to move the Meganium. I have to hope that they can't recover the Meganium on that turn, though. The turn I go KO Meganium, which is coming up, which is literally my next turn. They're just... Actually, don't know what's going on. Are they leaving this thing in the active? Okay, they're leaving this in the active. Okay, sure. Their hand just has to suck for me to have a chance here. But it could. Their hand could just suck. Oh, yeah, honestly, attack with Fez Sniper Frostlass was a really good play from them. It's a good shout out. Oh, I play a special red card, don't I? Pretty sure I do. No, I do. Okay, let's try and find that special red card. Actually, honestly, that's like a real win con here. If I find the special red card, that's like a... Maybe I should have benched the Ursulina there. It dies faster. Oh, hold on! Fail. I'll play this thing. Grab me this thing. Does the extra energy actually make difference for its HP? It does, right? No, because +1 energy is plus 30 more damage. Doesn't make a difference, does it? All right, Oil Salvo. I didn't actually do the math, but I'm hoping that's good enough math. If I attach one more energy, that's one more energy for this, it doesn't actually make a difference, right? Makes a difference if you need to retreat to bear. Oh shoot, I didn't think about bear as a factor here. I was like, there's no way they have it in hand. They didn't, thank goodness. If I had overstacked... No, I think my damage is here is correct, right? Well, the fact that they benches Chikorita is like literally criminal, but don't tell them that. Wait, I actually might win this game. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I lost my last game, right? I don't know why I didn't tick up. I don't know why they benched out Chikorita. Yeah, also, yeah, that's... I mean, my math is correct because then I could boss this thing. I could wipe off... Wait, can I KO all of them, though? 2 more in, 2 more in, 2 more in. 2, 3. Oh, yeah, I had game with that, but now I just win because of the Chikorita. What the fuck? We actually won this one. I did not expect that. You know what they say. Yeah, I mean, even if they don't bench a Chikorita, though, I just boss the... Well, I would need boss. They should have forced me to have boss. They probably could have managed to bench a little bit better some other way as well. I don't know. Maybe not, though. Well, they benched Fez for literally no reason. Yeah, the Fez bench was terrible.